They are using the the first channel. I think they don't know it's this one. I'm gonna go up there and tell them.
The stream is up. I'll start linking it everywhere.
Yeah, you're in the right one. I'm in the wrong one.
There you go. There they come. Yeah.
Yep.
Comms, get comms.
Beautiful, beautiful. What the
Oh,
fuck
perfect. Everybody's
is that
fucking
profile
jumping.
picture?
Yeah, we thought it'd be in training 1.
Oh no, you're all good. I thought it was too, and
Yeah.
then I saw a bunch of people actually taking up training 1.
Yes, sir. You might want to change that link, brother.
Holy shit!
Which link?
The link that's posted right after the update for U.S. training and movements for 6 minutes later or whatever.
All right, we're playing fucking Ring Around the Rosie. Hop up to VC1.
VC1.
I hate
Yeah,
you.
we're going to training server 1. Training server
All
1.
right.
One instead of voice channel 2.
That's all right.
Don't question your cadre, dude.
The one in
Question
fucking
the cadre.
TWS. The one in TWS says training 2, so.
Moore's getting up there in age. He doesn't know technology anymore.
I will provide a unified front for Mr. Oradaddy. I will go change that to training server 1.
I forgot to cook the chicken.
Actually, so
no.
I will say training voice 1 and training server 2.
You are making it more difficult, sir.
You know what? Fuck y'all. Figure it out.
What are we talking about? We figured it out. We're here.
We're all here.
I'm not saying you did. You're good. You guys are good. You're good.
You're the outlier, dude.
Don't go hating on us right now.
So
Figured it out.
training server 2, right?
Yes, we will be on training server 2. I'm currently having them roll it over and get a center point map.
10-4.
So.
Did y'all get a good workout today?
10-7.
Y'all sweat?
No, brother. I went to the doctor to get a CPAP because I'm an old man.
Hey, man, I'm creeping up there, man. I'm 30 and I snore hell loud, so I'm
fuck you guys. I'm 53.
Brother, I'm 28. I'm 28 and I fucking snore like a bitch.
Did I just hear somebody say they're 53? God.
I am.
That's our father.
Holy shit, you're on.
We're almost to Ashfield, bro.
Is Bellum dying for anybody else?
When you shit, is it dust?
Dying like crashing? Or what do you mean?
I don't know. It's just what
In
acting
that
up.
launch,
That needs
the
to be
launcher.
more specific, my friend.
The launcher won't.
Weird.
My launcher.
Yeah, my launcher doesn't want to open.
My launcher
Yep.
also does not want to open. I'm glad that there's a shared experience.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm glad we're bonding over.
All the way around, boys.
Does somebody want to message? Oh, well, my launcher just started.
Yeah, it takes
Fucking
a while
log
for
me
it
out.
to open up. I just closed the
Oh,
launcher and reopened it, and then Bellum opened up. But then I go into the server browser, and it stops working there.
That is unfortunate.
Just not meant
Well,
to
I
be.
guess-
All the chaos. No, the launcher's not opening.
No training tonight, guys. No training
Reconvene.
tonight.
All right.
No,
We all
we'll
open
fucking
it.
rock it and roll it with a lecture period, even if we can't do a practical.
I'm not
So
seeing
there
any.
will be a training tonight.
Yeah.
I was working for the EU boys earlier.
It was. I don't.
Doesn't mean it's working now.
earlier.
That's what happens when things stop working. They no longer work.
We are in training server 1 yet. Just checking.
No.
We're gonna be in training server 2.
Okay. I'm only seeing 1 currently, but yeah, I'll wait. I'll keep refreshing.
That's because they're restarting
It's a
too.
server in the
Is it?
title.
Okay,
of the
that would make
VC.
sense.
Yeah, maybe they're down.
I will be there eventually because I'm also getting that error.
Yeah, my server or my launcher won't open.
That is not great.
My launcher won't open either.
Failed session failed.
All right, guys, time to refund. Boycott.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Literally unplayable. Scam.
Joke's on you, I got this game for free.
Wait, have y'all tried to go to the website? Go to the website because I can't even open up the website.
Then yep, they probably got the servers down.
Somebody might want to update Cly or something.
Oh yeah, no.
They sent in announcements that they're pushing out a hotfix for the launcher, having a download issue at 65%.
They already
a
pushed
couple
it.
hours ago.
Launch the game. Oh,
Yeah.
launching the game from the.
My fucking launcher finally.
Bellum just opened.
The server,
There
There you go.
Yeah,
so
okay.
just
So
open
they
too,
just,
yeah.
Updated.
sounds like they just brought it back
All
up.
right, guys, Jesus Christ, one at a time.
There is an update on the launcher, guys. There is an update on the launcher.
Okay, I'll
It is
just
looking
start.
for
Water.
Homosexuals.
It just made me log in again.
People watching the stream, bear in mind I will be updating the launcher, I'm assuming. Let's just close it, see what happens. Don't worry, sit tight. Things will start working again eventually.
You said training server 2?
Yes,
It's
sir.
not up.
Yeah,
All
so
I
that
see is
there-
training server 1.
Yep,
Wait
we're
a
just
second,
waiting
maybe.
for it.
I'm trying to get away from
Yeah.
him.
A second, I'm gonna mute myself so no one.
Hey, Gann, do you know if
What's up?
American is getting on Jedi?
He should be. I'm tracking that he's going to be helping me with cadre.
Is he running your op? Okay,
So
got it. If you need more assistance, I got you.
I probably will. Yeah, I'll be. So that's a good idea, Maple. Let me go ahead and fix that.
Again.
What's up?
You my next.
Just
All right,
realized
cool. We
I
will
was
give it to 5
I
minutes
was
after the hour
unmuted
just
in
to
the
give some people
Discord.
some time to fucking
Yeesh.
function through.
Made that
And then
stream
I'll go
announcement
ahead and
while I was
begin the
while I was
lecture
muted.
period of everything.
Got it.
So just so everybody's tracking, we're going to be. I will contact Jedi just to double check that we're good to go on training server 2. But just so everybody's tracking, today's coverage will be under rates of fires and fire commands. It will be going over movement techniques, so things like traveling Overwatch, bounding Overwatch, and the different types of bounding. We will not be covering any type of danger areas or any type of peeling today. That will be on a further class. And then we'll be also be going over, once we've gone over formations, like the basic fire team formations, our rates of fire and our movement techniques. We'll be going back into last week's topic, going into more practiced battle drill 1, which is react contact. And the purpose for that being is now we're going to go into movement into contact.
Yo.
Right. So once we've done movement into contact and we've done a good react contact, we will then be moving into the squad assault and the 4Fs next week, and that'll be the main topic that we focus on. So this week is still mainly fire teams. A second. So this week will be still mainly be fire, basically dealing with fire teams, and then next week we're going to start getting into a little bit more squad stuff. So this is mainly troopers and fire teams today. All right.
Are you guys currently in the training server?
We're trying to get it to TS2. That's what's
Okay,
going
cool.
on right now. I've been talking to Jedi about trying to get that spun up and get certain parameters set.
We're waiting on Karmacut we messaged Karmacut. He's working it on his end to try and get it up. So that's really all we're waiting for right now.
Heard. War Dad, are you tracking what we're covering tonight?
I believe it's react to contact drills at fire team level.
So I'm doing work up into movement into contact. We already did react to contact last week. So I'm doing rates of fire and fire commands. I'm doing movement techniques. Up to, I'm not doing like bounding across LDAs and shit like that. I'm leaving dangers another week. But I'm going to be doing movement techniques. So traveling Overwatch, bounding Overwatch, to 2 types of boundings, and then going into fire team formations. And then we'll follow on with a review of Battle Drill 1 at the end of the course for practical.
Hell yeah. All right, cool.
So, all right, I got 2 more minutes. Go ahead, grab water, grab a notepad if you're going to take notes, get whatever you need to do, and we'll be squared away from that. We will be starting in approximately 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Gann
are we in training server 1 right now? Because it just seems to be a
It's gonna
spot.
be 2. It's gonna be 2. 2's just not up yet.
Okay.
Again, be advised, I'm having difficulty getting the latest update. I saw something earlier that they were having trouble getting the game updated.
Yeah, so a lot of us were having issues earlier. It's slowly popping up. They just pushed out the update maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago. So
Oh,
people
okay,
are still probably funneling it out.
Okay.
So we are tracking on that. All right.
Wow, there's a lot of people in here.
Yeah, Comico put an announcement out at 5:40 today, about 3 hours ago, or 2 hours ago. We're tracking an issue with downloads getting stuck at 65%. We're working on launcher hotfix. What a day to have that freaking hit us.
Right? Why did this go back to what it did? What in the world? There we go. Here's the right one. Okay. All right, 1 minute till start. All right. I got 5 minutes after. I'm going to go ahead and begin the class. All right. So first off, guys, we're going to start with a lecture period. I will be asking questions, so make sure you're staying sharp. I will pick you randomly out of a crowd. So if you're not prepared, you're sleeping on your desk, that's on you. Right? I like to keep my classes involved. I like people to ask questions. I don't believe in stupid questions. If you got something, hit me up. If I can't answer it, one of my cadre can. Right? I got plenty of people here, along with myself, who can answer questions. If you don't understand something, say something. I'd rather you think you're asking a stupid question and I can explain it better than you to get on a game fucking a week from now and you're like a little lost puppy. So
Promise season. If I can briefly ask something.
Go ahead.
As somebody who hadn't attended the previous trainings just because I hadn't been available, is anything that you're going to discuss today? I know you mentioned something earlier would be relevant to previous classes, but I just want to make sure this lecture period.
The only thing that I will not be covering will be the 3Ds, which is distance, description, direction. Is basically when you're in a react to contact scenario, which is it's super simple. You see the enemy or you're getting shot at, you try to turn towards that enemy and get on what's called a line, which is just shoulder to shoulder in cover and concealment. And you're basically just trying to put fire out that direction. So you're just trying to describe what you see in that react to contact. If you can do it, you're going to echo that when you hear that, and you're going to try to get online or do whatever you need to do. I will briefly review that before we actually start going into practical application. That way, so you're not lost.
Understood.
Any other further questions before we actually start the lecture period?
To prevent any cut in the flow of the class, if you have any question, just send it in the side chat. We are like 5 cadre here that we can just type your answer so we don't cut the Gann flow.
Yep. And like I said, any question goes, right? So long as it pertains to the class. It might have a little bit of a tangent off as allowed, but if you're asking me what my favorite color is, I'm probably not going to answer it. But all right, so we're going to go ahead and begin the lecture period of the class. So this particular portion doesn't really fit in anything other than a react contact or kind of when you're in a firefight. So I kind of started it first. So the first topic we're going to go over is fire control types and commands. Basically, this is just to alert squad, fire team, buddy team, whoever you're around, to try to pick up a certain rate of fire or how much they should be shooting towards the enemy in a set amount of time. So I did not include what's called the mad minute on this, but we're going to go up to that. All right, so the lowest form of shooting is going to be the scan and shoot. There's no designated fire rate on that. It is literally what it says. You are scanning and you are shooting. If you see something, shoot it. If you don't, be scanning, right? This is basically after we finished a firefight and we're just basically scanning around, or we don't expect contact. We're just kind of scanning and we want to try to engage the enemy if we can. All right. Next mode up is going to be the sustained rate of fire. So if you're a rifleman, This is going to be about 1 to 3 rounds every 5 to 10 seconds. You can literally think in your head, bang, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, bang. The whole point behind that is you've got 9 other rifles or weapons firing in your squad. You don't need to be the one putting out fire every single second, right? So if you guys have ever been to a firing range, you'll see that even with putting up 10, 15 rifles, people are firing consistently. You're still getting up a pretty decent rate of fire. So for ARs, this is going to be 6 to 9 rounds every 4 to 5 seconds. So think die motherfucker die. So when I'm an AR, I'm literally thinking in my head every time I squeeze the trigger, I say in my head, die motherfucker die. Wait 4 to 5 seconds, die motherfucker die. You're going to put out between 6 and 13 rounds doing die motherfucker die, depending on your gas, depending on a whole bunch of other shit. But it's a good way to think about it. Moving up to the rapid rate, you're doing 1 to 5 rounds every 3 to 5 seconds as a rifleman. So think bang, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, bang. And for riflemen, you're doing 6 to 9 rounds every 2 to 3 seconds. Think die motherfucker die die. Right? So you're thinking that, and then you'll wait 2 to 3 seconds and hit that again. Moving on to the highest level, you're going to have cyclic rate. So cyclic rate is I'm going to hold down the trigger till I either have a click or get told to ceasefire. Right? So that my entire point is to put out as much firepower as I physically can. This is typically done in a mad minute or when you're losing a firefight. And it basically allows you to try to regain that upper edge. It's a little abrupt and not really interactive with this this course. Do I have any questions?
What's a mad minute?
All right, so a mad minute is basically when you react to contact or when you are ambushed. You turn towards the objective, and if you're not trying to immediately get off of the X, which we'll cover Battle Drill 4 here in the next couple weeks, a mad minute is basically where I turn towards an objective, and for 60 seconds, I put out either the rapid or cyclic rate to try to basically start and gain fire superiority. I basically want to make sure that I'm winning that firefight so I can either start maneuvering or I can start breaking contact if they're a larger force. Does that make sense? All right, let's go ahead and start asking questions. Who's awake? All right, Mr. Tick, what is a rapid rate of fire? And what is it good for?
Oh, I'm on your cadre, by the way, but rapid rate of fire is 1 to 5 rounds every 3 to 5 seconds for riflemen,
Yep.
and then 6 to 9 rounds every 2 to 3 seconds for 249s.
All right, we didn't cover this one, but what do you think would be a good use case for rapid rate of fire, Mr. Cactus? Let's go one twice.
Cactus may not be here.
Yeah, no, all good. What
Try
about
to
Mr.
maintain
Dave?
There he is.
fire
Oh, there he is.
superiority.
Yep, try to maintain
And,
fire superiority.
Yeah, keep them fixed in place.
Keep them fixed in place. If you need, so that's basically if you need to start maneuvering elements or you have to start doing break contact. Basically, it's like you said, to maintain fire superiority, but to try to save ammo rather than just going cyclic the entire time because you're going to eat through all your ammo. Do I have any questions before I move on to the next chapter? This one's kind of simple.
Yes, can you check that?
Hmm?
In what situation
What?
is sustained good? Sustained fire. In what situation?
So sustained is basically when I don't really have any maneuver or units maneuvering, and I still want to keep up a decent rate of fire. Either I'm in a prolonged firefight that not really as much is going on, or like I said, I don't have anybody trying to maneuver. Does that make sense? It's just basically. Go ahead.
Sorry. Do these vary on the range of contact? Like would this vary on like range? So if like would sustained be more for like longer range like contact where they're quite a ways away, but you're just trying to like, more or less keep them down so they're not. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I mean,
No, you're good. So I've never really had it based on ranges. I mean, it's kind of a fire team leaders should be paying attention to kind of what the situation is too, and it's completely situational. So you're not really doing it per a set range. Like there is no doctrinal. If I go in the Ranger handbook right now, there is no doctrinal range to what I should be shooting at. in this topic, right? It's basically, how's the firefight going? What do I have going on around me? And these are just commands so that if you understand when your fire team leader throws it your way, you can be like, all right, he said sustained rate. I need to be shooting 1 to 3 rounds every 5 to 10 seconds.
Okay.
Or hey, he said cyclic, pull the trigger.
Could you say that Met TC determines that?
Yes, but I hate that term.
Met TC.
I said it a bit tongue in cheek.
That is yes, it is 100% Met TC dependent. It's the most fucking catch-all phrase in the U.S. military. If for anybody who's not tracking on what Met TC means, it means mission, equipment, time. It was time on target, terrain. I know it's terrain, time, terrain, civilian considerations, and what's the other?
E is enemy. It's mission enemy.
Okay, you're right. Mission enemy. I can't remember what Met TC is
I
off
have
the
a
top of my
question
head.
for you.
But it's basically the most fucking catch-all phrase. But go ahead.
My question is that, so it's in chat, but can you cover how many mags you want to ideally use during a firefight? I understand that it is all dependent, but to give guys an idea, how many rounds to shoot during an engagement would be helpful to maintain ammo throughout the squad?
Yeah, it really depends on.
To caveat off of that, I understand that everything is like, I know that everything is super mission dependent and everything. But then another question was like, a first line is normally 5 to 10 mags and then 10 to 20 in your bag, but that's situation dependent IRL. How many firefights should we be able to handle before rearming is a better question I should have said.
That is completely dependent on what you're trying to do too. That
You'd
is
be
like you
trying
said,
to
it's a
like
very
minimize or like minimize your ammo use or maximize your ammo.
So you're trying to maximize the amount of coverage that you can get for the amount of ammo that you've got. So I would expect in Bellum, keep in mind I'm gamifying this a little bit, you should be able to go into probably reasonably between 3 to 5 firefights. So I would say no more than two to 3 mags a firefight. If you can help it, try to do less than that. And keep in mind, like you said, that is completely dependent on the firefight. That is completely dependent on. I could be pulling fucking flank guard the entire round as a squad leader, and I shoot 10 rounds the entire match. Right? It's completely dependent on what you want. But if you're an assaulting squad or you're an SBF squad, I would say probably no more than 2 to 3 magazines of fire.
To try to narrow it down. So I hear what you said. Everything made complete sense what you just said. To try to narrow it down further, I guess for my question directly is like, if we just take direct contact, nobody knows where everyone is. We're still trying to spot where everyone is. We're giving out the 3Ds, trying to call out where stuff is, but we have no idea how many people are that are shooting at us. What is the kind of like blanket? Hey, we just mad minute this really quick and then peel, or you know what I mean? Like, what's the
No, so that is a mad minute, and I mean, as a rifleman, you're responsible for your own ammo count. So do what you think is reasonable, and don't waste your entire reserve of ammo in one react contact. But yes, I would say at lowest form in a react contact, you should be doing rapid rate, if not trying to hold that cyclic. It depends on what weapon system you're using. But I would strongly recommend that rapid rate for riflemen.
All right, thanks, man.
All right. Yep. Any other questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, complaints?
Is this going to go over like shift fires and lift fire?
No, that is going to be under squad assault next week.
What's a typical call out for a fire team lead? Say, hey, I need sustained fire.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's exactly what it'd be. It would be
sustained fire.
20 to 30, that's exactly what it is.
20 to 30. Okay.
So it would be a 1 Bravo, 1 actual. Go ahead and pick it up at the rapid rate towards contact.
Fair enough.
Or pick it up at the sustained rate, or scan and shoot, or it is literally exactly what that is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if they're good.
Yeah, well, yeah. Again, you use your best judgment.
Is there a way to dumb that down for like just random players?
You can. I mean, I've always kind of gone up to them. I would be like, "Hey, I want you shooting at the sustained rate." Think like bang, then wait 5 seconds, then bang. You can literally just walk up and say, "I want you shooting 1 round every 5 seconds." But try not to call that over the net and jam up your comms. All right, does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Anybody else have any other further questions?
Where's the clip?
Once, brother, you're gonna have to find that out yourself.
Actually, I do have a question.
During
Alright,
a
go ahead.
mad minute situation with, say, for example, a close range encounter or ambush,
Okay.
what do you recommend for grenade use? Do you think you should just like burn through those at the same rapidity as bullets, or do you think you should be more conservative with those sort of things? Again, if you're in a close range, hectic sort of mad minute.
I mean, to be completely honest with you, I'd say try to use no more than 2 to 3 grenades because again, you might get into another firefight 5 minutes down the road. That is again, I'm going to use fifth principle of patrolling here. Use common sense on that one. If you think it's necessary, do so. If you don't, try not to burn through your reserve because you should always be trying to plan ahead.
I had a question. So let's say you successfully react to contact within the opening few seconds of an engagement. But what are some indicators that you are in a bad spot and should immediately begin to break contact?
We will not be covering break contact here. So
see.
this is literally just a react to contact and movement into contact. So and we will be covering so we will be covering break contact for me. That will be on the 5th of May. So I will be going over danger areas and break contact further along. So good question. We're going to hold that in reserve until we've done battle. So we are going to go over battle drill 1 and what your OODA loop should be to start breaking contact and what you're what kind of markers that you're seeing that like, hey, I'm not winning this firefight. Let me go ahead and fuck off. So good question. I'm gonna put a pin in it. All right. We've got a lot of questions. I appreciate the questions, but we're already 15 minutes in and we're on chapter 1. So we're gonna go ahead and continue moving through so we can go ahead and get some repetitions in. We got about 40 people in here. All right. So part 2, super simple. We're gonna go over fire team formations and kind of touch on squad formations and kind of what their purpose is. All right. So the purposes of formations in a movement are basically to allow for certain fires or certain flank coverage when actually under the move, right? So say I'm moving towards an objective. What formation is going to be best for me and the terrain that I'm in, right? That Met TC dependent thing, right? So what is that going to be best seen for what formation that I'm using? Right? What is the command and control I have for those fire teams? So most common one that you're actually going to see is the fire team wedge. So the fire team wedge is just going to be your normal floor makeup of your targets or of your troops inside of a chevron or a V formation. You got 2 types of wedges. You got your heavy wedge. You really technically have 3, but we're going to go over 2. You have your heavy left and your heavy right. This only basically maintains which side your AR is on.
I'm giving the lecture really quick. We can hear you jerking it in the background.
That is accurate.
So I'm glad you like my content, but not a time or place. All right, but basically, so you have the heavy left or heavy right. The heavy side of a formation, at least doctrinally, is whatever side the automatic rifleman or most casualty producing weapon can be on. I have seen it done with a grenadier. I have seen it done with an AR. Typically, if somebody says heavy, they're going to mean what side they want the automatic rifleman on, right? If you're curious at what the wedge formation looks like, it's a great indication on the screen right here of what you're looking at. So everybody good to go on kind of what it looks like? Do I have any questions on what's going on here?
Good to go.
Is your little graph wrong on the wedge? Isn't the
Yes,
AR meant to be
I
on
didn't.
the strong side?
I didn't. I couldn't find one where the AR was on the
Making
strong
sure.
side.
Just making sure.
That's how I've always doctrinally learned it. All right, so moving on to the pros and cons, right? So every formation we're going to go over today has a pro and has a con. So with the wedge, you've got pretty good right, left, and right flank security, and you've got good forward security. You also have a decent amount of command and control. Depending on where you are on the team leader, you can see everybody pretty easily. You can direct fires as you need to. You can react to contact pretty easily if you need to. But you do have one major flaw with the wedge. You're not really expecting contact to the rear, right? So if you're in a wedge formation, you're expecting contact maybe left, maybe right, or at the front. You will have difficulty reacting contact to rear. Do I have any questions on the fire team wedge before I continue on? Going once.
Yeah, quick question.
Go ahead.
Like, say you're that rifleman in that wedge. Should you actually have the two people in front of you visible on screen, like all the way to team leader, or just have them off to the side?
So usually you should always maintain basically visual bearing on where your fire team members are, but we'll cover that a little bit more in movement techniques.
Cool, thanks.
Yep. Any other further questions? Going once, going twice.
Yeah, on
go ahead.
engagement to avoid like friendly blue on blue, does it spread out or do you stay?
Again, that's going to be a little bit more under movement techniques, but yes, it does spread out, and you are supposed to get online. We covered that with React Contact. Gotcha. One major thing I do want to point out is if I can get my drawing tool. All right, so perfect example. If I am this automatic rifleman right here, and I start taking React Contact this direction, I have seen people start dumping rounds out straight behind the rest of their friendlies. Try not to do that. Because it's all fun and games until you bust your grenadier in the back of the head. Now you're writing a letter to his mother while you canoed him. Right?
Question.
So, go ahead.
Shouldn't that rifleman maintain his sector of fire to the left, though, to watch for a flanking maneuver unless the team leader calls for something different?
Which one? This one?
No. Your AR. So
yes. So 100%.
He should not be looking to the right or shooting to the right, in my understanding of how this works when I served.
So in an initial React Contact, you're not worried immediately about a flank. So if you're that initial fire team, you just kind of get online and start putting rounds out, right? Your entire job as that fire team is to start trying to win that firefight, to get fire superiority and fix the enemy. Yes, are you maybe every once in a while going to look around within that 10 to 15 seconds, maybe, but not really. Your entire job is to win that firefight. It's your squad leader's job and possibly the maneuvering fire team behind you to start paying attention if I have a flank guard, and then we can start getting into that break contact if you got flank issues or whatever. But no, I've always been taught get online and get fire out. Go ahead.
A quick question for you, boss.
Go ahead.
So just to try to translate this to the weapons teams, whenever you're running as a weapons squad, where do you want the AT gunner in relation to heavy left or heavy right?
That is actually a good question. I've never really thought about that. I've always kind of just had.
What was the question? Sorry.
Question was in relation to the weapon squad. You're running with a bunch of gun teams, weapon squad leaders, and gun team leaders. Where do you want the Carl Gustav in relation to the heavy left or heavy right call?
So first we have to define our problem set, right? Are you looking for a generic answer, or are you looking for a very specific? If it's going to be specific, I need you to give me context.
Give me a generic answer at first, and then the specific answer on the side afterwards would be like, hey, we're just moving up to a building, and we know that we're about to potentially take contact, so we're moving up in a wedge.
So generic answer would be you never want so Hamala, right? Heavy assets, medium assets, light assets. You never want your heavy assets up in the front, because if you were going to take contact and they go down first, you're kind of cooked. But you don't want them all the way in the rear either, because it could take too long to get them up to the fight to actually engage. Find a good middle ground, especially if you're like block 1, block 2, block 3 environment, if you're in the urban, or maybe you're not in the urban, maybe you're in a more farmland type landscape where there's not a lot of buildings. You could also say, all right, hey, look, if we're going to use bounding overwatch or we're going to satellite patrol, they would probably be better set to be on higher terrain, because then they have more field of fire and observation outwards. So if you do take, say, you're in a tick, enemy rolls up with a technical, at the very least, that Carl G or that Moz, whatever you want to call it, is in a position to engage and not have to worry too much about backblast. The only thing you'd really have to worry about is essentially at this point is your sector of fire and are you doing overhead fires. But at that point, I think no one really cares about overhead fires. They just want the technical destroyed. Does that answer your question?
Yes, but just to clarify, so looking at the page that's on screen right now in the stream, the bottom right rifleman, is that essentially where you would want the Gustav so he doesn't have to worry about the backblast? Is that what you're saying?
It depends. It depends.
Yeah,
it's very, and I know Gann hates the whole situation dictator. It's Met TC dependent, but like if you're given within the AO, like you get your 5-paragraph order for in country, right? You get the big one. If the enemy SOPs and TTPs are they like to do ambushes from the flanks, then I'm probably going to keep my dude like in the rear towards whatever flank it is that I'm expecting contact to be coming from. So yeah, the right rifleman or the rear rifleman, I should say. That would be a good place to have him. But I'm going to say this. When it comes to Bellum, formations are cool and all. And it's nice to know the formations. But once shit hits the fan and you're playing in these pub matches, you can expect those, unless you're very disciplined, like you're playing on a comp team, unless you're a very disciplined team who are actually going to stick to formations, most people are just going to try and find cover and concealment first chance they get and start shooting. They're gonna forget the whole formation thing. So I wouldn't get too wrapped around the wheelhouse with the formation.
Completely heard, but that is us though. That's why
Yeah,
we're in here.
you don't want your supporting elements to be assaulting, if that makes sense.
One thing I will say, guys, I do love the super in-depth questions, but this entire point is to be designed to the lowest level riflemen to make sure that guys are tracking on what general SOP is, so we can move men into contact. We're not really getting into the super nitty gritty details to make sure everybody's like fire team level
You want us
yet.
to just you want everyone to just hold questions until the end, just finish the lecture, and then we can hold questions till the end.
For right now, just because we're already pushing 30 past, and like I said, we still got to do 40 people through fire team react contact. So I'm actually probably, or if it's all right with you, I might get you in game, and I might set up multiple lanes going at the same time, just to try to save time.
That works.
So
Questions being held until the end of the lecture, gentlemen. Just hold all your questions.
yes,
let me
please.
finish.
So
Formation
100%,
stuff
we can definitely
is happening tomorrow. So
yes. So
yes, tomorrow is an
I'm
intermediate class. It's linked to this class today.
Yep. So I'm just doing basic stuff so that your basic bitch riflemen can understand what's going on in a firefight. Because if you have them able to understand what's going on, they can maneuver better. All right. So moving on to the next fire team formation, to the fire team line. So this is basically when you were expecting contact to really the front and only the front. Right. So it's pretty simple. You're shoulder to shoulder. You're walking through an objective. So pros for this formation, it's going to be really good fire to the front, decent command and control. It's arguable. It's really easy to have this formation fall apart if you're not paying attention to the guy left and right of you. And one thing I want to note, don't let it fall apart, but it also doesn't need to be picture perfect. I'm not sitting there taking an Instagram photo every time we do a formation, right? So try to do what's simple. Try to do what makes sense. Like, I'm not going to have a line formation where Private Fuckface, as we were joking about last week, is out in the middle of an ODA, which we'll cover later, right? And I'm in line formation, and he's just sitting with his dick in the wind, right? You got to make sure that we're paying attention to what actually makes sense, not the picture perfect thing we see in the Ranger Handbook, right? So going on to kind of the cons. So as I kind of mentioned, you have kind of medium command and control, maybe a little bit poor command and control, depending on the distance or movement technique that we're using. And you got really, really shitty flank security, right? You have your AR or a rifleman, or your grenadier and a rifleman kind of watching the edges. And that's the only dude watching the edges, right? That their job is to watch kind of off cant to the right or to the flank or whatever you've set in your SOP. And that's one dude, right? It's kind of hard to wheel that formation, especially in a react contact, or you kind of see everybody scatter and try to get like online on a flank. So it's really poor if you expect any type of contact from the flank. Do you have any? Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue on with the fire team file. So the file is not really a formation you want to do when moving into contact in any way, shape, or form. It's single file, follow leader, right? Or follow the rifleman that we've designated to land that for us, right?
The one that you
so
want to go first.
go ahead.
I was being silly, don't
All right. The whole point of this movement is if I'm going through really thick foliage that the enemy can't see, I can't see, I'm not expecting contact, or I'm going up a fucking cliff, this is kind of the movement that I want to use, right? So I want to go through and move through it quickly and but I'm not expecting contact, right? So this entire movement is designed to move through any type of terrain or heavy foliage quickly. Do not get into contact if you can help it in this formation. You got decent flank security, but you got no type of cover to the front. It's literally just a tilted line. So, all right, I will go ahead and note what a squad column versus a squad line is, so you guys can kind of see what I was talking about earlier. But we're not really going to get super nitty gritty into detail because we're again the intermediate class is going to be tomorrow, and then we got a more advanced class Thursday. So, the squad column is basically just 2 wedges, right? So you got a front wedge and a rear wedge. Squad leader in the middle, and you guys will move in a movement technique, which we'll go over here in a little while, with the fire team up front, heavy left or heavy right, and then the spacing to the squad leader, spacing towards the secondary fire team, and then the opposite heavy of the initial fire team. Everybody tracking on that? So you guys want to mirror each other. Let's see. Mr. Hold, why do you think we want to mirror each other? Is that hollow or hold? I'm just blind.
Yeah, you had me second guessing myself then.
All right, hollow.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm just blind. All right, why would we want to mirror ourselves and say a squad column?
You just match, like, your strength on both sides. You might get contact from either side.
Exactly. So you're making sure that I have good fire security on either side. All right, so mentioning on a squad line, it's pretty self-explanatory. It is literally just a fire team line with one fire team on the left flank, one fire team on the right flank, with the squad leader kind of taking it down the middle. Super self-explanatory. All right, now that I've kind of gone over formations, I will take a very quick section for review or questions before we move on to part 3. All right, what we got? Anybody? Going once. Fair enough. All right, moving on.
Well,
All right.
okay.
So
I actually do have
good.
one. It's kind of Bellum specific, which is why I was, and it might even get a little bit towards the squad size thing. On Seder, I know a lot of I feel a lot of these doctrine are really good for Rangers when you have an automatic rifleman and a lot of riflemen in a squad. In Seder, you have much more independent groups where one squad has a full RPG and an MMG and all this stuff, and or one fire team, sorry, and the other fire team is more of a maneuver element. And I feel like that squad line might not be as effective in a group like that. And I guess I don't know, the question I was getting towards is there any way you think we would modify any of these movements for Seder gameplay compared to Rangers?
So for Seder gameplay, I'd usually I would almost always kind of stay on the squad column versus and trying to maneuver versus trying to do a squad line. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, makes sense because you want the heavy assets in the back, just like we talked about earlier.
Oh yeah. So yeah, basically, I would want maneuver element to be in the back, so the Grenadiers, right, versus the Bravo fire team, the way out with the fucking machine guns and the AT up towards the front.
Sure.
So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and start moving on. Yeah, and I agree with Gray and what he just said. A lot of conventional forces act very similar. I mean, there are tiny changes that I would make, kind of like Bravo being up front to be able to soak the fire. I do the same thing for Azalam before I start trying to break contact, right? I have my machine guns up front versus my Grenadier and my rifleman or whatever else. Just use common sense is the best way I describe it. You're probably not going to want to have your maneuver element up front when you're trying to put out fire. Right. So, all right.
Yep.
All right. So,
sound like a smart ass or something, but are these the same tactics like that's American and Australian, or is this just primarily American army tactics?
No. So Aussie doctrine, we get into more my wheelhouse with the Commonwealth side. He's primarily focusing on the U.S. Ranger Handbook, which is going to be American doctrine. It's similar, but some of the terms are different, and some of the structure is different, and the way we teach it is different. But it's online, more of the same.
Yeah, I was going to say. So if you're curious, NATO kind of has a standardization, for the best of my knowledge, and we're kind of going off of the the NATO standardization, but this is mainly, like you said, based off of the U.S. Army Ranger Handbook.
No, that's good. I was just asked because I was just curious to learn whether it was the same or different or not.
No, I gotcha. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start moving on. So movement techniques. This is probably one of the most important topics that I will cover. This is important at the trooper level. This is important at the fire team level. This is important at the squad level. This is important at the platoon and company level once we get it. Right? So you guys, I strongly recommend paying attention to this one. All right. So first off, the most easy one, the most lazy one, traveling. So traveling is pretty close together. You've got really good command and control, but it is only used when contact is not expected. If you try to use traveling, one RPG is going to take out half your squad. It's not great. Don't want it. We don't love it. All right. So when you're actually moving in between each individual, so say I'm the rifleman in the back corner and I'm trying to judge my spacing away from the AR like we judged earlier, right? We're going to be doing that between 10 to 15 meters apart. Try to use your best judgment on that. 10 feet or 10 meters is 30 feet, roughly. So if you're an American, try to think, hey, am I 30 feet away from this dude? Or, hey, am I 45 feet away from this dude? Like, hey, what am I thinking in my head? Try to judge spacing the best you can. Sometimes, I'm going to use that buzzword again, MET-TC dependent situations say that I can't be that far away, especially if I'm in heavy foliage, but do your best to maintain that. For your actual fire team spacing between either your squad leader or between other fire teams or even other squads is going to try to be between 20 to 30 meters apart, right? Again, this is not where we're expecting contact. We're not expecting to have to get into an engagement, fire, maneuver, etc. Right? So the pros with this is you got really good speed, you got pretty good control. But you got, like I said, you got poor dispersion, you're an RPG's wet dream, and you've got poor security. But this is a quick movement. Moving on to traveling Overwatch. So traveling Overwatch is where enemy contact is possible, but typically not expected. I have used this into a movement to contact, but you want to try to avoid it if you can. So we're going to start getting a little further away from each other for trooper to trooper spacing. Think 45 to 60 feet, right? So 15 to 20 meters apart. And with fire teams, you're going to, like again, between squads or fire team to squad leader to fire team, you're going to be doing about 50 meters, right? You want to keep it spread out. Anybody know why we want to try to keep that spread out?
RPGs and spotting.
Fire
Well,
coverage.
RPGs and spotting. So super,
if one
super
gets
simple.
fixed, the other can still move.
Exactly. We don't
Behind the
want
fight.
every element inside of a squad or a platoon to get fixed into position or decisively engaged so we cannot maneuver. All right. All right. Moving on to bounding Overwatch. Bounding Overwatch is exactly what it sounds. It is troop coverage with 15 to 20 meters apart, and it is when you were expecting enemy contact. It is 100% expecting an enemy contact, or you were just crossing a danger area. Again, we'll cover danger areas later. But so fire team spacing doesn't really matter because it is one fire team is watching, one fire team is maneuvering, right? So try to keep it spaced out, keep it reasonable. Again, fifth principle patrolling. I will use this in everywhere. Common sense. All right, moving into pros. You have fantastic fucking security on this. It is literally where one fire team is watching or one squad is watching you move and you are moving, or you're watching another fire team or squad move and they're moving, right? You've got dedicated security watching you move. You've also got typically really good dispersion. So it's hard for an entire squad to get either decisively engaged or hit by an RPG when you're doing bounding Overwatch, right? But this is probably one of the slowest forms of movement, and fire team leaders and squad leaders can kind of get confused sometimes, and control can be difficult, right? Do I have any questions on the types of movement techniques before I actually get into bounding itself? Going once.
Sorry,
Going
Gann,
twice.
bounding, you said that control can be difficult. What exactly did that mean?
So basically, if it is really easy as a squad leader, if I'm not paying attention or I got task saturation going around me, I can lose the other fire team exactly where they're at, right? So it's always a good idea to try to, if you can, keep visual contact with your fire team so I can maneuver them easier, right? So if I don't know Alpha's sitting in a bush 100 meters away from me to my north, and I don't have really a good idea of where they're at other than on my BTAC or my watch, it's a little bit harder for me to say or understand what the situation is if they get into anything, or actually be able to make good command decisions if I can't see them. That makes sense?
Thanks. Yeah, perfect.
Yep. All right. Any other quick questions? All right. So moving in, we are not going to cover squad or platoon bounding or anything above fire team level at this time. So we are going over the two types of bounding. and you're doing it in buddy teams, which is 2-man pair. You should always be operating in a buddy team. I reinforced that last week. Let's see. We're gonna ask a random viewer. All right. Let's see, Mr. Drummer. Why do we want a buddy team? Why do we want to make sure we're near our buddy?
So in case we get into a situation, they could kind of have our back in a way, like in case they go down as well.
Exactly. You always want to make sure you have somebody near you or that you are paying attention to them. Think of that as your best friend. If my best friend gets shot in the face, I want everybody to know about it, right? I don't want Private Fuckface to have gone off way down the left flank and nobody knows where he is. He's got no battle buddy with him and he gets shot in the face and now none of us know. Right? That's kind of why we want to keep buddy teams. Buddy teams are also, I would say, the smallest unit capable of small unit tactics, right? So you have the ability to bound, you have the ability to suppress, you have the ability to break contact, you have the ability to do all of the things that a fire team or a plus can do, right? You may not have the best ability to do so, but you have that capability, right? So, all right. So the two types of groups that we're going over today is a buddy team or fire team bounding with successive or alternative bounding. So be very careful on what you're saying because I know a lot of people have gotten really caught up on successive bounding and think it's completely something different than it actually is. All right. So for the first bounding we're going to go over is successive bounding. So say we're in 2 fire teams in a squad. So say Alpha moves up to a bush line 50 meters away from the initial tree line, right? So we're bounding through an area, right? Then Bravo, they will say set, and Bravo will begin moving, and they will go to pretty much the exact same spot online, left or right of Alpha, to pay attention and get set online for successive bounding. So if I draw that out, right? So if I draw that out, say Alpha moves. If I say Alpha moves and they move to right here, right? And they call set. Bravo for successive bounding is going to go pretty much to the same area with reasonability, right? So basically, again, use common sense. I'm not just going to put Bravo in the middle of the open if I can help it, right? But successive bounding is basically where you go online. And then once Bravo's online and set, Alpha will continue movement past and they will do online movements as they go. Does that make sense? All right. So for alternating, think you are alternating the distance versus you're succeeding the distance, right? So you have for alternating, say Alpha is right here, or you can use this as a buddy team. Say buddy A versus buddy B. You can have Alpha move up into one area. Oh, that's cool. And they set up right here, right? Say they set up in that same bush line. Well, Alpha now calls set, and Bravo says, "Hey, I can make it to the next tree line and set up good cover concealment and some sort of fixed area for Alpha to keep moving." Well, they're going to move past Alpha, and they're going to get set up here in that tree line. Does that make sense?
10-4.
Super easy concept. People are going to get confused. Successive means getting online. Alternating means going past. All right. Do I have, at this time, you're done with kind of the lecture portion of things. I will say one thing. When you were bounding, if you can help it, do not end up in the middle of the open. Always try to bound it towards cover or concealment, especially if you're under fire, right? Use your IMTs if you need to, which we covered, which is your low crawl, your high crawl, and your 3 to 5 second buddy rush. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. If you need to in a bounding movement, you 100% can do that. It is effective. There's a good chance that you're not going to get shot because some dude's probably going to go to the next target. So use your IMTs if you need to, but try to always go towards cover and concealment. Right? No open field warriors. All right. Do I have any questions on the lecture period at this time before I review Battle Drill 1 and we start getting into practical application?
Just quick on the bounding. As far as use cases for alternating successive, would alternating be a little more of a confident move?
It all depends. Again, this is going to be that Met-to-See dependent thing. Successive can be kind of good if you are under heavy sustained fire and say you need to assault through an area. That would probably be better. But if you are usually on Overwatch and you're kind of moving through areas and you need to move through them quickly, I would say alternating is probably the better one. Successive takes a little bit longer because, again, you're getting online versus actually taking ground versus alternating, you're moving a little bit faster. So if you need to get through an area fast, do it.
Successive is slower, you have better alternating is faster, but since you're not at the same level, your comms are going to be a little bit worse because you cannot VoIP, basically.
Yep.
So alternate covers more ground is basically what you're saying. Is that correct?
Yeah, so alternating covers a lot more ground a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Versus successive giving a little bit more fire capability and giving. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you basically got better coverage with successing, but alternating is if you need to move quickly.
Quick question on that.
Go ahead.
I think it was the ROTC videos that someone posted a while ago. I think they said the successive bounding, if say you always want alpha to be the maneuver element, you might always have Bravo be the first one up and then alpha moves to it so that Bravo is more likely to be in contact. Did I understand?
You can do that. You can 100% do that, but the beautiful thing about the U.S. Army is that there is no one, say, maneuver or SBF fire team, right? Since the fire teams are set up identically, they can do the job at both levels. Now, it's going to be completely dependent on your unit or a lot of different factors on if you decide that, hey, each fire team's doing what. But me personally, I use them both interchangeably. It'll really depend on how many casualties you've taken, what their ammunition status is, right? Like what ACE report am I getting up for my fire teams, and then you can kind of determine that from there. But it doesn't really matter which squad you use or which fire team you use.
Okay, maybe that kind of dovetails with what I think Gray was saying earlier about differences between Satyr and Rangers. That maybe Satyr would want to use that approach.
Yeah, but I mean, again, that's going to be completely dependent on what you're doing. If I'm not expecting to move through into contact and I'm just going through an ODA, then I'm just going to kind of send whatever fire team is closest to the area.
Right. Depending on your level of control, you can also split up your fire teams further. You can have a 2-man fire team and a 3-man fire team.
Yeah.
All right. So at this time, go ahead and take, I would say, because we've been going at this class for 50 minutes, go ahead and take a 5-minute buyout break. I will go ahead and re-go over Battle Drill 1, and then we will proceed into practical application. We will be doing movement into contact formations, trying to practice react to contact and movement into contact. So go ahead and be back here no later than, call it 8:56 p.m. if you are Eastern. Translated that if you need to, it is currently 8:56 p.m. So just whatever 5 minutes from here are. All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
So 10:56
and ladies.
a.m. Sweet.
Yeah, it'll be whatever 56 is.
Just five.
Just
5
go
minutes from
5
now.
minutes from
5
now,
minutes.
guys.
5 minutes. While he's taking a break and while somebody's taking a break, I just want to say great show out tonight. Pleasure seeing all of you guys, the newer guys, come out here. By all means, if you have questions, keep slamming them, right? We're going to try and answer them as quickly and as concisely as we can. Just another reminder for all the old guard, if you will. Remember, this is a beginner's class for people who are generally new to Bellum. The more advanced intermediate stuff we can handle in our Discord or we can handle in a separate discussion. We don't want to we don't want to oversaturate with the extra fluff that comes with intermediate and advanced training. So for all intents and purposes, let's keep it kind of stuck in the mindset of we are new players. We're trying to learn the game and the basic tactical mechanics of the game and real life tactics we're applying to said game. Other than that, though, I think you guys are, one, thank you guys for coming out, and 2, we're going pretty well. Also, how do we want to do this? Are we just join whatever side, or do you want us on a specific side? Again,
so I want,
split the patches up into 2 different instructors. You guys could cover a lot of stuff from different sections of the map.
So I was actually going to be doing that. So we are going to be doing. I'm going to try to. How many cadre do I have here?
You get a decent.
I know I got maniacs.
I'm not
I
officially
got,
cadre, but I'll hope.
Bad. You're good to go. You were cadre last week. So let me go ahead and do me a huge favor, cadre. Split up into groups of 3, moving through voice rooms 1 through 3 if you can, just so I can get in contact with you. The rest of you try to get on Rangers if you can. If you're Cadre, try to go on either Wasader or Azalam, and we will determine where to go from there.
Hold up.
What's up?
Training server 2's up or no?
Stand by. It is
we're
not.
training server 1.
Last I looked, no.
We were on
No,
training
it's
server
just
1.
everybody's on 1. Yeah, everybody's on 1 right now.
200 ping. Oh.
Cool.
All right. Let's see. Stand by.
So learning people are going on Ranger.
Yes, the trainings will
believe
be on
so,
Ranger,
yes.
I believe. The Satyr side will be Sid for Cadre.
So are we going to different voice rooms, or are we staying here for now?
You're staying here. Only the Cadre are moving.
Ah, okay, Roger.
All right. Any final questions before I step off? Crickets. Awesome. See you guys out there.
Yo, what's up, buddy? Is he AFK? He was just in here.
He's in the voice room too. If you want to just hop up there and tell him.
Yeah, just go talk to him in voice room 2.
Wait, are we waiting for server training 2 to open?
We are just on.
No. Just hop on 1. Yeah.
The 3Ds, the getting online, and trying to win the firefight. That is all we need to cover.
Tacoma and I are on Satyr. Do you want us to handle those guys? Same with Jedi.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you guys are on Satyr. I want you on Satyr because you guys are going to be the cadre for the groups going through. I've got enough people that I'm not worried about randoms inside of the Discord or inside of the actual game itself, right?
Could you boys get your 1-8 to swap off?
I'll jump down to voice room 3.
Please.
Said,
If I can get
Satyr guy.
Yeah, if I can get Tick Farah.
Hello, I am gonna unmute myself now. Hello. You hear me? You should be able to hear me. I've been able to take the drone operator. I basically just pinged the dude in the Discord.
3 cadre teams. I'm going to be splitting you up. Pay attention to your name. If you are through these areas, I'm going to start with the top. I'm going to start with the bottom. Okay. Split you up literally in 3s. Right? Actually, yeah, that's how we're going to do it. Unless you guys want to do fucking count the numbers, that's going to take fucking forever. So we're just going to split you into 3. All right, so if you are from one HP Goon down to Anzac Soldier, you guys are going to go to voice room 1 with War Daddy. I say again, if you are from 1 HP Goon to Anzac Soldier, go ahead to voice room 1. Brody, you are the next starting the next class. So if you're above Brody, you're going to that first room. Go ahead and start moving into voice room 1. Say again, voice room 1. All right, who we got? All right, so let's go ahead and rock and roll from down now. So starting from Bert, going down to I would say, Mr. Fix Member, I say again, from Bert to Fix Member, go ahead into Voice Room 2. If you were above Fuggles, you were going to Voice Room 2.
Okay, I'm in Voice Room 2 now.
All right. Is everyone on Ranger?
I am on Ranger, yes. I am the
All right.
medic.
Good. I'm next to the fob, facing next to the school. In fact, so join me next to the school. We're gonna talk through of Battle Drill 1. Battle Drill 1 is basically just the first 10 seconds of an engagement.
Got a drone up here,
So,
I can be filming for you.
Good. Alright, so if you're in that VC and you're in Ranger, fall on me. I'm 1-2 Alpha Fire Team Lead. I'm next to the school. So I'm gonna wait something like a minute or two, just so people fall on me, and then we're gonna start. Alright, so while people are moving, I'm gonna briefly talk about the reaction of contact. So the key principle of react to contact, it's the 0 to 3 second mark and the 3 to 10 second mark. When you're receiving unexpected fire, you're getting shot, you have what is called the OODA loop. So observe, orient, decide, act. You're gonna have to do the full loop, and it's normal. In everything that happens in your life, you're gonna do that loop. So in a quarter of a second, you're gonna observe something. The signal is gonna go through your brain. In your brain, you're gonna factor the information. In a quarter of seconds, you're gonna orient yourself. In another quarter of a second, you're gonna decide what to do. And in another quarter of a second, you're gonna act. So if you follow, you already lost 1 second. So in that 0 to 3 second mark, the first second is just your brain processing the information. So the immediate reaction, because we want to cut down as much as possible time, the immediate reaction is to turn and burn. What I mean by turn and burn, you're getting shot on the 11 o'clock, so the brick building. You're gonna turn towards the brick building. You're not gonna shoot precise shot, but you're gonna turn in the general direction that you're getting shot at, and you're gonna burn some round. You're gonna swap lead for time and distance. You need to give the enemy something to think about. So that's gonna be what you're gonna do in your on your 0 to 3 second. After turning and burning, you're gonna find a good cover, but in my current position, I don't have a good position to move quickly, so I'm just gonna hit the deck. I'm gonna make my silhouette as small as possible, and I'm gonna make myself the hardest target as possible. After that, in that 0 to 3 seconds, I want to hear at least a direction. So contact 11 o'clock, that's it. I just want this. You want to orient the gun in the general direction of the threat. In that 3 to 10 seconds, you need to be in a good line, so in a firing line, like we just saw in the lecture, and we want good suppression, and we want to achieve fire superiority. The way you're gonna achieve fire superiority is to match plus the enemy volume of fire. So if the enemy is shooting at you at a rapid rate, you may be gonna go cyclic for a couple of seconds. You're maybe gonna go cyclic for a couple of seconds so you can get the upper end. So that's pretty much it for Battle Drill 1, aka React to Contact. So React to Contact, you're gonna turn, burn, hit the deck, or take a good cover. You increase your odds of survival, and you call the direction so you have as much gun as possible towards the enemy. Then you're gonna suppress, you're gonna get in line, and you're gonna win the firefight. Not the firefight, but you're gonna win the fire to have fire superiority. Do I have any question right now? Anyone? Nope. All right, so we're gonna practice it. So first, I want four guys in front of me. I'm on the tank. Just 4.
Let's get the drone up.
The first 4.
Let's not crash it.
I've got 1. I've got 2. I've got 3. 1 more. Don't shoot the drone. 1 more. All right, 4. So in that situation, you're gonna split into buddy team. So we have 2 machine gunner. So 1 machine gunner with a rifleman and another machine gunner with the other rifleman. Like that, you have 2 buddy team right now. So in the tank, you're gonna move towards the rock bearing 220. That's basically you're going towards the rock.
Another one.
That's where you're going. Take whatever formation you want. Let's go wedge. That's gonna be weird because we cannot shoot because we cannot abuse the shooting. Please don't shoot grenade. All right, so you're good to go. Walk in the bearing 220. In a wedge.
Drone's bugged, so I'm gonna have to film with this a little bit.
All right, make sure you keep good spread. All right, freeze right there. Just stop moving. All right, so imagine you're receiving contact at the 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock is gonna be something like bearing. Exactly. I just saw every gun move in the right direction. So you got contact. The first thing you're gonna do is shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're gonna hit the deck. There's no cover close, so you're gonna get on the prone. You want your silhouette to be as little as possible. So cactus, hit the deck. All right. Right now, you're gonna suppress at a rapid rate or a cyclic rate. Cactus and Kashmir are already in line. The only one is the platoon medic who needs to maybe crawl or run a little bit to move in line, and the second machine gunner. They're gonna move in the most secure way they can. So if they can run, they can crouch and crouch run, they can do it. But if it's too dangerous, they're just gonna prone run. Like if you hold shift, you're gonna prone faster, and they want to get in line to have the best field of fire possible. Right now they've called the direction, 11 o'clock. They are in line and they're suppressing. The 0 to 3 mark is done. Now someone's gonna give a good 3D, and a good 3Ds, it's gonna sound something like that. Contact bearing 205. Enemy squad moving left to right.
Now.
What I've just said contact bearing 205. So that's the direction. Enemy squad moving left to right. So this is the description, and I forgot to say the distance. So I'm gonna redo it again. So contact bearing 205. Enemy squad 50 meters moving left to right. I've just bearing
standing next to them
direction, the distance 50 meters. You're pretty close. An enemy squad. We are fire team. We probably want to get the fuck out of here.
I think the drone's
moving left to right. That means they are on the left right now and they're going right. So right now they are. I might need to adjust my side a little bit more west.
Is this
by the time it's called?
Satyr?
That's just something to think about.
This is Rangers. Satyr
Do I have any
Rangers.
question now?
I believe they're over there.
Okay. So then, wait, which one is?
Nope.
Pardon?
Like,
Right.
what is the
After that,
abbreviation?
we would
What is the
touch
abbreviation
bounding,
for this,
but we cannot
This is
shoot, so
Rangers.
it's a little bit weird to do. But the bounding technique,
Roger.
basically, the buddy team 1 would call covering. They would be the one suppressing, and buddy team 2
Nah, let's keep the drone.
would call moving, and they would be the one moving 1 to 3 seconds. So a quick keyword is I'm up, they see me, I'm down, and you're gonna hit the deck again. Depending on the volume of fire you're receiving, you might need to crouch run, or you might even crawl to move forward. But yeah, generally speaking, you want to run standing up so you can cover more ground, but it's always going to depend on the situation. Another thing I want to touch is that suppression should be constant, always suppressing, and moving is sequential. What that means? It means that you are shooting non-stop and you are only moving when the other team is the other buddy team is suppressing. So let's say team 1 is moving, team 2 needs to be shooting, and when team 1 say they are set, if they are not shooting, they are not actually set. Team 2 are gonna move when they hear covering or set and gunshot. When they're that the other team is shooting downrange and suppressing the enemy, now you can move because suppression it's always. So I'm quickly gonna ask if we can shoot again because I want to practice bounding, but since we can't shoot right now and during the time I'm riding, I want you guys to practice the battle drill 1. So do we have 2 teams of 4? We have at least 1 team of 4 and another team of 4. Can another team of 4 form on me? This is Maniac speaking. I'm here doing the dance.
Jiggle. The dry hump.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we have 2 fire team right now. So you guys split into fire team, into buddy team, and you're gonna walk towards the burned jeep. So bearing 298. So talk to each other into local, and you're gonna move towards the burned jeep, and I'm gonna text someone if we can have.
Who's the
our
four?
gun can be able.
Let's go.
There they are. They're moving towards the burnt jeep.
What's up, Maniacs? You want your gun back?
Yeah, we cannot shoot in the test.
You can't shoot in the. What do you mean you can't shoot in the test? Can you not shoot?
You cannot
Oh,
shoot.
fuck! All right,
So
let me go
probably
find
the
Lee.
dev have disable it. I'm gonna text Karma.
Yeah, I would text Karma or Klee. I was not tracking that they fucking did that.
Yeah.
They were supposed to have an entire fucking training server set up with my parameters on it, and then that just didn't happen.
We did. It's a pleasure
So
to
hang
see
on.
you again as well.
You didn't remember me, you fucking liar.
Yeah,
what team
no,
do I join?
I remember your presence. Your. I was looking at Chroma Season. I was like, I remember
Rangers.
a little bit. I don't know if I just saw in Discord or not.
No, yeah, we played recently. It was, I don't remember if I was with Team Medicine.
Walk over to the burnt jeep where these guys are doing their little thing. Just checking if you guys are supposed to be taking up security lines now that you're here. Or you're just kind of moving here.
Hey, what's that?
Say hello to the stream. You got 7 people watching right now.
Shit.
You're famous.
Stream. Oh shit, I'm famous. Yo, mom, dude,
Super
thank
famous.
you for everything you've
All right.
done.
So I just texted
Thank you.
Klee to have our
I'm
gun
your
back.
Thanks.
Oh shit.
All right. So I'm back. Yeah, trigger is stuck. Mushy trigger. Tap rank and go. All right. Good. Since we don't, we're gonna have our gun back in a little bit. Wait, did I just lost everyone? No.
Nope.
Hear ya.
Oh, there's
I
4
don't know what's
already.
happening
Oh,
right
they
now, to
moved
be
towards the
honest.
truck. Good, good shit. You 4. Hey, squad lead. Do you want to practice? Are you in the Discord with me? Just say yes with your gun. All right. So you're gonna be with your buddy team of 4 here, and you're gonna practice battle drill 1 towards the bunch of love. And the guys that are at the Jeep, you can reset, and you're gonna do the exact same thing, but on the yellow building.
I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at, to be honest. I think I'm looking at
So
these guys.
good. So you 4 split into buddy teams, and you're gonna do react to contact towards. You're gonna move towards the log, and someone's gonna call a direction, and you're gonna simulate a turn and burn, and then set into a baseline or a firing line. And normally we should have our gun back soon. I just texted Clee about it.
Also, earlier he was talking about using o'clock and things to give direction. Like say, oh, contact 11 o'clock. Sometimes that doesn't work because not everybody knows, you know, o'clock.
Formation is basically
So just
you
give
can
a
go in a
compass
wedge, you
reading
can go in
from
a
your watch.
diamond, you
Just
can
hold down tab,
whatever.
check your watch.
Whatever formation you
It's a lot
prefer.
easier. And also, o'clock can be relative to people. So my 11 o'clock might be different to yours. You could see it in a sense that you're seeing it as 11 o'clock as the fire team's 11 o'clock. But not everybody be thinking that. Am I watching these people or am I watching someone else? I think I'm watching the wrong people. Who the fuck are they?
Alright guys. You're the buddy team that I sent towards the Jeep. Now you're gonna do the exact same thing, but towards the green car bearing 114, and I'm gonna watch you guys. Take a formation, take a wedge, for example.
I think it's just there's just so many people here that is getting a little bit confusing who I'm trying to watch. I'll just watch from the ground because it's these people.
I'll take point.
So CCTV is on point. Since we have a medium machine gun, you're gonna be on the weaks and the heavy side, I think, and that's gonna be the right side. We don't use that in Canada, so. All right, so your information, CCTV, you're good to go.
Nice formation.
So an explosion is gonna be contact.
It's skewed the formation there.
So you drop, you hit the deck, you're shooting, you're shooting, you're shooting. Contact 11 o'clock. So that's gonna be
I'm
under
assuming
3 seconds.
unknown
Then
HT4QR
the people, you two, you're gonna establish a line. So if
Get
you
out
have
of
an
my chat,
opportunity,
buddy.
you can
Don't
stand
insult
up,
my cooking.
but you want to spread out a little bit because right now you guys, you two, and I'm looking at, you are too close. So you want to spread out and get into a line to have better suppression. We have a machine gunner here. You want to get in line with your fire team leader. So you have good cover, you have a trench here, and you have a good rocky wall. All stuff you can consider. Oh, we have our gun. All right. So now I want to hear covering, moving, covering. When you're saying covering, you're suppressing. Keep in mind to think about the yeah, we're gonna move towards. All right, everyone, rally up into that brick house.
Hopefully they haven't switched on damage, because that would be bad. There's a lot of Satan Ranger people here. frame rates are gonna get heavily
Please
low.
don't be the one shooting at everything that you move. Don't be the smooth brain doing that.
Yeah. Good luck with my computer. This game does not do well when everybody starts shooting at random.
Alright, we're gonna be maneuvering here. So, take your team back. So I want one team here, on me, and one other team just next to the brick house. So the team that is on me right now, I'm the one dancing. Alright, you 4, you are gonna move towards the round hut bearing 030. You're gonna be the one moving there. When you get in contact, I want to hear a mad minute. Mad minute is you're shooting really fucking fast for 10 seconds at the round building, and then you get information. A mad minute, it's called a mad minute, but it's not a minute. It's 10 seconds. So I'm gonna do an example. So for example, I'm moving. The round building is, I'm receiving fire from the round building. I'm gonna turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna hit the take. This is my first 3 seconds, and I'm gonna call contact 11 o'clock because the building is 11 o'clock. And then I'm gonna be suppressing at a sustained rate. So 1 round every 3 seconds, like I'm doing right now. I say sustain, but this is a rapid rate. 1 round every 3 seconds approximately. And I'm gonna give my 3Ds. So contact bearing 130, like enemy in the round mud hut. Fire team element, 50 meters. That's the 3D.
Either use your
and we want to have good
say
suppression.
Front, left.
So the rate I'm shooting right now, it's a rapid rate.
Front and left.
And keep in mind, you're a squad. So if you are 9 guys shooting 1 round every 3 seconds, it's like a round every quarter to half a second. So it's a pretty rapid rate. The one thing I want to see is suppression when you guys are moving. It's gonna be hard because some folks like to just mag dump in the air, but whatever. So U4. So no, that's Goozy. Yeah, U4. You can move. You're already pretty much in a diamond formation. You can move in the diamond formation towards the round mud hut. I'm gonna go 1 by 1. So auto rifleman, you're on cactus. You're on point. Move when you move on your time. All right, cactus already moved.
He's on his own. Oh no, there he goes. Together. I thought he left on his own. I thought the other 2 abandoned him.
So now that I shot, shooting is a form of communication. So I shot the round mud hut. It's contact. That's easy. That's contact front. Suppress that hut. Suppress that hut.
Yeah, there you go. Front contact.
So mad minute. Yes, exactly. You want to win the fire exchange. You spray that hut. Now someone needs to call the direction. Contact front. All right. Now we want to establish a line because we have Broody and we have our medium machine gunner that has some elevation, but we want to get in line. So you guys maneuver to get in line. Don't forget to suppress and keep good spread.
Apologies if you keep hearing weird noises from me. It's because I keep yawning. It's 2 AM right now for me.
A little
I'm very
bit
tired.
heavier on the suppression. The first 10 seconds, we want to have good suppression. Alright. Machine gunner, make sure you want to get in line with your team. So you're going to be moving a little like southeast. Yeah, that's good. Exact. So basically that's battle drill 1. After that, after that 10 seconds, there's other battle drill that you can do. Break contact, squad assault, react to an ambush, whatever situation is in front of you, there's other drills you can do. But right now, today, we are only gonna practice that. So, all right, first team, you can go back to the brick house. I want the other team to be ready on me. Exact same thing. All right.
Same wedge that we did before swap.
So since you guys are 5, we're gonna do a wedge, but there's no heavy side or weak side. You're gonna be 2-2. And there's gonna be one body team that it's gonna be 3. All right.
One more time.
So
These
spread
yawns
it.
are, like,
Spread your wedge
taking
a
me
little bit
down.
more. You want that wedge to be a little bit more broad. Exact. And Alpha Grenadier, you're on point. You're moving towards the mud hut. My grenade is gonna dictate the direction of contact. So
It's my
on your move,
first time running this.
Alright,
No,
moving.
all right. So make sure you don't bunch up in the middle. Keep good spread. Make sure you don't get into a line.
Nice formation. Bit skewed on
So
the
shoot.
left over there.
Yes, exactly. Hit the deck. Hit the deck. All right.
30 meters.
Good shit.
Contact 091, 30 meters.
I think they're doing well.
Good
Did
shit.
that well.
Now you want to get in line. So you two, you want to move it next to your fire team leader and to have good visual on contact. Exactly. And now I want to see bounding. So team 1 bound. So
Use
someone's
team
gonna
one.
call
I'm gonna bring
covering.
in Moated House. I'm bringing Shade of the
There you
Red
go.
House.
Fire.
Go, go, go.
Oh, bound
You
in
also
forward.
want to bound
Sorry.
based on your roles as
Yeah.
well. Like you wouldn't want the medic bounding first. You want the medic.
That's gonna be your fire team leader call, but yeah. Exact.
Because you know, if the
Exact,
medic
but
goes
no,
down, the
because
rest of
the other team that was covering
will be
wasn't
able to
shooting,
heal as
so
well.
yeah, you had half of it, half a point. Good shit. All right, go back to the brick
ran out of
house.
ammo.
We're gonna run the other fire team, and we're gonna
Are
just
you
go.
gonna call out bounding backwards or forwards, or you just bounding is always forward?
We're just gonna keep it easy and simple. Always bounding forward for the exercise.
All right, cool.
So now we have the new team.
If you are wanting
That would
to
be better,
see
actually.
bounding back
Know what we're doing
and
now.
forth, you can go watch the last training stream, which was a couple hours ago, where they talked about that subject.
All right.
Bounding
So you
back and
guys
forth
chose the
based on
diamond?
contact and situation.
Whatever formation you want to take.
Apologies that I just hit my mic.
So that's gonna be the diamond. All right. So same thing. You're gonna move towards the little village, and my grenade
always-
is gonna be the direction of contact.
So you can
So
always go back to
on
the
the alpha
stream before
fighting
this
leader,
one to look at
you're on the
bounding
move.
back and forth, and when you would want to decide to bound back or forth. A bit skewed on the formation there.
shoot, hit the deck, and now you
Fair
want
enough,
to
fine, I guess.
get in line, get in line. So Brody, you want to move a little bit more to the northeast, form a good line with your buddies. You want to keep good spread, and make sure you have good communication on who's shooting, who's covering, who's moving.
Another thing you would want to decide when you bound, like when you're deciding who bounds first.
So you're gonna use VoIP.
There's a few other things, kind of.
So we've received a call of covering, and they're shooting.
Like what's in
You can
front of you,
move.
the terrain.
I'm up, they
what's
see
up,
me,
any
I'm down.
obstacles,
3 seconds.
How's the
Exact-
contact? which
Exactly.
direction
Now you're gonna
contact's
call
in,
covering, and you're gonna start shooting.
and what loadouts are people using?
Shooting is a form of communication.
For example, here, like if I was to bound, I would probably bound the.
All right, freeze, stop
To be honest,
shooting.
I don't know who I would bound here.
One
'cause I've
thing
got
that
two
we
machine gunners,
always
I've got medic,
notice is
bound
look,
the
don't move
fire
your
team
feet,
lead
don't move
and
your
the
feet,
grenadier,
just
keep
move
the
your
two
head,
machine gunners
look
behind
around you,
with the medic.
look how bunched up you are. Just look around you. And it's always the same point. Keep in mind that right now, if I'm a machine gunner and I'm sitting right here, I'm gonna mow you 4 in under 2 seconds. So just a good thing to keep in mind, keep as much spread as possible. So aside of that, good rep. So you 4, you're good to go back towards the brick house. I want another 4 on the training ground. So I need another 4 on me. And we're gonna switch things up. We're gonna move straight south, so bearing 180.
This is my bedtime.
All right, we are 5 right now. Don't
But
shoot
I'm
a drone,
tanking it,
please.
so enjoy streaming.
All right. So set up in a wedge.
You looking at me? I'm not part of the wedge.
Yeah.
Gazi, are you part of the wedge or are you still just spectating?
I'm spectating.
Yeah, Gazi is spectating.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
So
wondering why you're
it's
moving
gonna...
towards me.
So the point of the wedge, the guy that is on point, it's him. The one I'm humping.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not part of the wedge, I'm spectating.
As a former wedge,
I'd be happy to help out, but my job is to film.
Alright, so wedge is gonna be an arrowhead shape. Exactly. Good. So you two, you want to be a little bit more spread apart. So maybe one here and one here. You want the wedge to be a little bit more flat than short.
Defined. More defined. Like these. I don't need your ammo.
Is he in the...
All right. I'm not sure if ABCD is with us,
he's
so.
In here. He's in the channel, but.
All right. So you guys are good to go and move straight south. I don't have frag anymore, so it's gonna be my. Oh yeah, I have one left. It's gonna be my smoke anyway. So if you see smoke, this is the enemy. All right. So Grenadier, you're on point.
Didn't realize it would come in. Didn't realize they were gonna go towards my direction, so I kind of had to move myself.
1 o'clock.
Shoot before you drop. Shoot before you drop. Keep good spread. Keep good spread. All right, guys. Now, you won the fire. Now you guys want to get in line. You want to get in line.
Moving up to shake.
Think about spread. Y'all are very close to each other. You want to spread out a bit to widen a bit that line. And now I want to hear some bounding techniques. So one of you is gonna call covering. One of buddy team is gonna be calling covering. The other is gonna be moving.
Looks like the guy on the right might be bounding. Never mind, he is not.
Shay, I'm covering you.
The two in the center bounded. Fair enough, I guess. Maybe not bound into the smoke, because the smoke's gonna cover your vision. You won't be able to see who you're shooting at.
Your new objective is the rock straight south.
Moving.
Stand in a place where this smoke doesn't obscure my vision. I'm moving up the hill.
All right, good shit. Index. I want you guys to go back to the house. Good thing you guys moved on when someone was shooting, aka suppressing. So that's good. I'm gonna do one more rep with the remaining guys that I have here. Damn.
I think
Alright,
they did well.
so I want 4
I
guys
didn't
on
see
me.
anything wrong. It was a little bit awkward,
have
but I
1.
didn't see anything wrong.
I have 2.
Whoa, freeze frame.
I have 3. And I have 4. Alright. 4 guys. You two are buddies. And you two are buddies. So, what I want to see on that one, I want to see good buddy team interaction. So you two, you are a butt. Your butt left cheek, your right cheek. You don't spread apart. Nothing can split you two. All right? Same thing for you. All right?
Amazing analogy.
Exactly. So
Steve-O-Roni and Rice. The San Francisco
same thing. You are moving straight south. Fire team leader, you're the lead. So you're the one. You're the point. You are on the heavy side because you're a machine gun. And now that's weird a little bit because you have a heavier machine gunner, but he's gonna be on the weak side. Yeah, that's just for training purposes. So you two take your place in the wedge. Right here and right here.
So I take it we're not actually fighting, we're just sticking around.
I'm sorry, say again?
What's that weapon squad?
Say again? Not at the moment, but maybe we're gonna activate damage after. Alright, so CCTV, you're good to go. You're moving south, and my smoke is gonna be the enemy. Don't forget, when the smoke pop, you shoot at it first, then you hit the deck. Exactly. You shoot. All right, now the smoke is rolling down.
213, 25 meters.
Exactly. Now I want you guys to move up the hill. Up the hill. That's gonna be your objective. Don't think about my smoke anymore. So one team gonna call covering. The other team's gonna be moving. 2 to 3 second bounce. So we have him moving. The other team is suppressing. Good shit. Alright, index. We're all gonna move back towards the brick house again, and I'm gonna be back in a minute. Just trying. Where's Gann?
Hello again. I think that was somewhat interesting. It was kind of just like basic formation control while moving and bounding past each other, sustaining fire rates or rapid fire rates, and keeping general comms with each other while moving. Like when you do this stuff in Bellum,
Alright guys,
kind of
so
learn it as
I'm
you
back.
do it from other people.
Unfortunately, this week, because
But you
of
can still
the
learn a lot from these
lack of
trainings.
time, we won't go into a skirmish. So yes, I know, big sad.
Gosh, dang
We're
it.
gonna do one more rep. So I'm gonna take four guys again. We're gonna do it one more time. I have 1 frag and 1 smoke, so I can run 2 other. I can run 2 drills again, and then it's gonna be out. So I already have my 4. Make sure you guys form a wedge. One thing I want to see, the most common mistake I've seen from you guys is bunching up. First point, and second point is to when you guys get in line, you tend to stay in the formation that you were in. Make sure you guys move into a firing line. So form up in a wedge. Who's on point? Who's on point? Who's on point?
I'll be on point again. Fuck it. I'll be on
All right.
point.
Grenadier, good shit. Like this. All right, we have a good wedge. You're good to move south.
All right, moving south.
Scroll wheel down a bit. Scroll wheel down a bit. Exactly. So it's gonna be easier.
Contact southeast, 20 meters.
Good. You turn, you burn. Now you shoot, you hit the deck. Now you want to get in line facing the danger area. So you two that are in the back, you're getting suppressed by the... You have suppression by the two front guy. So you want to move. All right, you're moving. Good shit. Make sure you don't move in front of the barrel of your buddy.
Shay, I'm covering you.
All right, now that you're online, you want to have good suppression. Spraying at the enemy. I'm gonna be the enemy. All right, suppress me. I'm the enemy. Suppress above my head. What I want to see is good bound. So 2 to 3 second bound with good cover. So one body team is covering, one body team is moving. So communicate.
I got you.
My fucking ammo. Jesus Christ. Are they set?
Make sure you guys communicate.
Yep, I'm with you, I'm with you. Go, go, go.
All right.
I'm set, move!
Right. Good shit, guys. Good shit. All right. So, good thing from you four. One thing I'm gonna say. All right. I'm just gonna let him. All right.
Hey, Maniacs, one thing before you go, try to get single classroom photos if you can, and then fucking punch them loose, and then we'll be doing a cadre AAR in the TWS server.
All right. Good, good, good. Now, good. So, good point was the inline was crisp. The suppression, the turn and burn was crisp. One thing you guys can improve is spread. Make sure you guys are spread out good enough. And lastly, the bounding, add a little bit of... It took a while before you guys started moving, but when you guys started moving, it was crisp and good. So, you four, you can go to the yellow house. I'm bearing... So next to the fob, basically. So go to the fob, and the next fire team, you can come on me. Yes, go send it for the question. No question. All right. So the next fire team on me. Who's on point? That's Goozy. All right, you're on point. CCTV is on point. So CCTV is the point man.
We good?
All right, so CCTV, you're good to move. We are missing one guy. That's no factor. All right, the rock is shooting at you. The rock is shooting at you, south. Good shit. Good shit. Good suppression. Hit the deck. Now you're online.
Moving.
So I'm up. They see me. I'm down. Suppress. You need suppression when you move.
Covering.
All right, index. Hey guys, just everyone that's still in that VC, move back to training 1. So training 1, and go back to the yellow house.
And load the stream. Kind of just waiting for people to join back towards training VC1, and then going back towards the yellow house on the left there. I'm assuming they're going to get a group picture, which will be pretty cool. There's quite a lot of us in this going to be in this picture, but it's going to be pretty cool. I believe we're going to be here for a group picture.
We're gonna take a sexy one.
A TWS photo.
Probably.
Head west. Meet up with everyone. We're taking one massive photo.
You're not very good looking, so it might be a bit of a struggle.
All right, correction. We're gonna move in voice room 1. So voice room 1 with Ward Addy on live right now.
Voice room 1. I will mute myself in the server, in the not the server, the stream.
If you just go to find a unit channel and then just find the one that says the Warfighting Society, you can join that one. And there's no requirements other than be 18 years or older, be a good dude, be a good person. If you're already in a group, we don't care. Like, we're not gonna be weird about it and say you're a grown adult. If we can't control whether or not you're gonna be in multiple groups.
You can find the
like, that's
TWS Discord in my.
You have to sign in to compete to only be
in my VC description, in my stream description.
Non-compete for 5 years.
Sorry.
Fucking non-compete 5 years.
Yeah, 5-year non-compete. You got to sign it when you join TWS.
That's fine.
If you want to leave, do you have to commit seppuku?
Yes.
No, you just have to give up your firstborn child.
You also have to
let him take
suck
place.
a big
This is the Seder strat. What we're doing right now is the Seder strat. Smoke, grenades, and push. Smoke, grenades, and push.
Then you're not going to have smokes for your picture.
Just remember, suppression without movement is a waste of ammo, and movement without suppression is suicide.
How many grenades do I have? This is crazy. Imagine if you were sitting there in a defense and you saw a bunch of Rangers come over the hill throwing frags and smokes and shooting. No formation, no organization, just running.
I mean, with how these frags are going, half the fucking squad would already be dead.
Oh yeah.
We're just running over our own nades.
Ward, just for a future on, do you want to start doing full class pictures?
Yeah, of course. I love the class pictures are pretty cool because we'll post them, and you know it's nice to have something that people can look back to. It's just a little thing, but you know I like them personally.
Yeah, everyone suppress the big building.
That's fair. I'm just kind of trying to work in my head for follow-on classes. I've already got a couple things that I want to address for follow-ons.
When do you guys normally do classes?
Also, Bleed, check your fucking DMs, nerd.
Oh man, okay.
We had a question about the
Picks,
classes.
brother.
Speaking
Okay,
of nerds, you
dude,
people that walked over here instead of just redeploying, y'all are the real nerds.
Oh, there's a PB here we
It
can
was
run
funnier
off
that
of.
way, though.
I'm gonna drop a link to, or if you look in the side chat, I just dropped a YouTube video, shameless plug, but it goes over a lot of the stuff we talked about today, a little bit more in depth, with some like tactics dissection. If you guys want to check that out, please, 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 I need it.
First thing I do when I
VC
join is fucking War Daddy fucking plugging himself.
The side VC
Holy
chat.
shit.
It's for everyone who wants to. Why did we throw smoke in front of us? That didn't make any sense.
Or
All right, guys, go ahead and let's get. No, don't throw smoke in front of us. Now we gotta wait till the smoke leaves.
Now we gotta move, dude.
All right,
Are you
go
gonna
ahead.
do
Just,
the
just get where
little
you
one
fit.
down?
Get where you fit. Just aim
didn't
at
realize we
the.
kept
Aim at
running.
me. I'll be in the center here.
I'm coming.
We're gonna wait for the smoke to
Then you're
dissipate.
not in the picture.
Where should
Hey,
I
let's
stand?
do
You're
a
prone. It's hard to
picture?
crouch. So go crouch or standing. Try.
I'm
Do
gonna
not be
stand
prone. I can't see you.
in the middle.
God damn it, dude.
No. I'll
Dude,
stand
this
on
is
the far right.
Stand up, guys. If you're prone, please stand so I can get this photo.
Everybody stop shooting, please.
Hold fire. Hold
Stop
fire.
shooting,
Hold
hold
fire.
fire, hold fire, hold fire.
Stop shooting,
Cease
stop shooting,
fire.
stop shooting.
Again, if you're prone, please. Someone yell
Shooting.
voice comms,
Ceasefire.
have them
Ceasefire.
ceasefire and have everyone either prone or have everyone either crouching or
Go high
standing.
ready, everyone. High ready. Everyone put
Make
yourself
sure
in
you're
high
crouching or
ready.
standing.
Prone,
Crouch.
I don't even
Let's
know where
tighten
the
it up.
fuck I am.
Let's tighten it up, boys. We're too
My
far
God,
to the right.
pop the smoke. There's plenty of space over here on the barrels.
Wait, actually, this would be good.
Jesus
Right
Christ. It's a lot of fucking people,
And
or
look behind you. If there's
No.
a gap, go to
Alright,
stand.
here we
Everyone
go.
high ready yourselves.
Or
How do
lower
you high
your
ready?
bridges.
All right, you guys ready? Hold on, I got people popping smoke.
No.
and shit. All right, look at me. Look at me. Look at
How do
me.
you
Here we
high
go.
ready?
Space bar, boys. High ready. Low
All
ready.
right, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. In 3, 2, 1. Cheese.
Cheese.
I'm not even.
The guy in front of me on my left is in my way. I'm not very happy
cool, you
about
guys good.
that.
Stop with the fucking smoke grenades.
can I get TWS cadre in the TWS cadre chat for a hot wash?
I only just got
For
here, so
those
I'm
who are
not-
interested in joining TWS, just hit one of us up, or just go to find a unit channel. Can someone link it from TWS? Just link the find a unit channel
Smoke.
in the side
Chat.
chat.
Chaos, because everybody else is doing it.
crouch. I was looking.
Join the
Yeah, if you guys
crowd,
have any
be a
questions,
sheet.
my DMs are open.
Join the crowd, be a sheet.
All right, we will catch you guys in the next one. Catch you
Okay.
guys in the next one. Thanks, guys, for coming out.
Thank you
out,
for
everyone.
watching the
Thank
stream.
you, Peace
Papa.
Okay, thank you for watching the stream. I think it went pretty decent, you know. It was an okay training. Wasn't it was an okay stream. Wasn't the greatest Bellum stuff. But the presentation at the beginning was pretty good, pretty useful, pretty insightful, lots of detail in it, lots of graphs and pictures to help understand things. It's kind of just, you know, a basic presentation. There's always a presentation in the these training things at the beginning. Depends on who's leading them. But I think it was a good presentation. Yeah, but the in Bellum stuff kind of got a bit messy. I think it was just an issue, just how many people were there. I think it was just an issue of how many people. But other than that, I'm gonna close the stream because yeah, it's finished. So goodbye and thank you for watching. Watch the other streams as well for other trainings if you want to look at them. And also links in the description for the different Discords and also web